Hey guys, what's going on? This is Cheney 180
I'm playing with myself.
and you're listening to another episode of They're Not Dolls.
Vapor is a doll. Episode 233.
233. 233.
Vapor is in fact a doll.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We'll get into that on my haul, guys.
Oh, well then.
Sneak peek.
Yay. Well, we are we have a very special guest tonight. We have the one and only Customs by Matchu. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey guys, how's it going? Nice to be here.
Good. How you doing?
From the buttery north.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah, other side of the country, but yeah, we're still buttery on this side too. It's like vegan butter on this side, though.
Yeah, it's like the United States is the toast, and Canada, America's hat, is the butter on top of the toast.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, but yeah, it's been good. It's, as I was saying before, it's pretty hot here, and we don't have air conditioner, so it's hot, saucy.
Oof. I know that feeling all too well. Last week I was going through that. That was horrible. It was absolutely
I can imagine.
horrible. But, huge, mega, amazing, all-sized, infinite shout out to Jake Peterson for helping me fix my air, and man, I can't thank him enough. Jake Peterson is the man, the myth, the legend, the thing that all fairy tales are based on, basically.
I know I said it on the Quickie Mini when you were thanking him, but like the fact that Jake, who's an awesome Chatmigo, I've met him in person at San Diego Comic-Con. He's just an all-around cool dude. But the fact that he's so good at his job that he was able to talk you through it on the phone, how to fix it, like that's epic. That awesome.
Is pretty good.
It's impeccable, right? Like, yeah, no, it's amazing. He was so nice to hit me up the next morning and said, "Hey, man, I heard about your problem. I do that kind of work. So what can I help you with?" And I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't work. And he's like, "Okay, well, let me get you on the video call here, and then I'll walk you through it." So
that's sweet.
Yeah, we went through all the different pieces on the unit, and
Cheney had to really quickly put on some pants.
No, I was out.
You
running
kept them
errands.
off.
It was appropriate.
No, I was out running errands already. I was out and about. But when I got back home, I got him on the phone, and I had to get up in the attic and everything. But he helped me out a lot. So, cheers to you.
Those are good friends to have.
Yes. Jake Peterson is good people. So, thank you.
Speaking of Chatmigos.
Yeah, exactly. Adam.
Yeah.
How are our Chatmigos doing?
They're doing great. They said they don't even want to hear their names tonight.
I don't think they said that.
That sounds about right.
They didn't say that at all. Anyway, guys, if you're watching, please go hit that thumbs up. I see way more people are watching than there are thumbs up. This always happens. It's like, it's free to go click the thumbs up, guys. It's literally free. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps out the show. It helps everyone. Just go click the thumbs up. And you know what? Even you, the one guy who clicked the thumbs down, that helps too, sucker. So thanks.
It's still engagement.
Oh yeah, no, it still counts. That's the funniest part is when you see those.
Yeah,
it's like,
it doesn't matter.
It's like,
you're like, thank you.
Yeah. I still get views. You still came here and you still engaged with the stream. So,
exactly. So while you're there clicking that thumbs up, there's also the little subscribe button. You can click that, subscribe to the channel, and right next to that, there's the bell for notifications. So when you click that bell, it'll tell you every time that we're going live, which is usually Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5:15-ish and 8:15-ish.
Hey, we were on time. We were on time today, like right at 8:15.
That was surprising.
Right-ish. Yeah, exactly. Sure.
No, we
were. We were.
Yeah, no, we were.
Once you click the thumbs up, once you click the subscribe, once you click the little bell notification, go and share. Tell your friends, hey, Toymigos are live. We've got Customs by Matchu here. He's an awesome talent. If you haven't already, check out his Instagram.
Mhm.
We're going to go through it a little bit tonight. We're going to
Absolutely.
ask him how he does the amazing things he does.
Mhm.
And once you've shared with your friends, you can check in with the Chatmigos. If you type something in the live chat, guess what? I'll read your name.
Yay!
I'm going to do that now.
Yay! And also, if you have something that just can't wait and you really want us to read it, that little money symbol there, click that, and that's a super chat, and we will stop what we're doing and read your super chat. So,
especially if you're going to super chat, say something really inappropriate so Cheney gets uncomfortable and isn't sure if he can read it or not.
okay, so when Ernie comes back, Adam will continue reading the names.
Oh, come on! Damn it. That backfired immediately. All right. Well, first up, we got the one and only, the Wrestling Hound. Woo! And he's given us a plus ultra right off the bat. Good for you, Wrestling Hound.
Oh, I love it.
Norin Radicals is in here. We got Power Punch Toys, Soul Brother, Jurassic Jesse Lewis. Let's see how I do tonight, Jesse. Santo 1414 is here. Dark Bulb, our okay-ish moderator. Berserk 69, Ronald Ramos is here. Johnny number 5 is in the house. Action Figure Expert is here. Destined Anarchy, Matt R. Chamba 1 through 69 are all in our chat right now. 69 is my favorite. Douglas Tuffer is here. We got Toy Rensu in the house. Tony Collector 10. Papa Schmitty is here. And he's talking schmack about Papa Schmitty is talking schmack. I can't speak. But it's all good, guys.
That's what
we got
happened.
2 hours ahead of us.
He put his voodoo on you, so he was like...
He did. He was like, just keep typing, guys. It messes up Adam. He's like, thanks, Papa Schmitty. You're great. The one and only Plasti Addicto is here. Love
What's
you,
up?
Plasti. Ryan Carper is in the house. Aaron Clark is here. Erdem Spurder, Urban Spidey, one of our better moderators, better than Papa Schmitty and Berserk 69. Love you, Adam, and it's not just because you have a really cool name. But Tony Collector 10, Nick's Figs, Tyrone Weston is here. Marvel Kicks, Cheney, Professor Cheney, you be quiet. Marvel Kicks, Johnny Law, RR 55.
The stream isn't working, Adam.
Really?
Yes. It's lagging horribly for some reason.
But this is all still recording, right? So
yeah.
It'll be in the playback. They'll hear my name. So I'm just going to keep going. We got Andy Davis is here. Tony Collector 10. Johnny number 5. Omar Vasquez is here. We got Douglas Tupper. I think I said his name. Duster to Anarchy. I think I said his name too. Fighting Code Names is here. And Play No Games. I believe I got everyone. If everyone missed it, sorry, I said it, and you'll be able to catch it in the playback because Cheney records it on his machine. So there's going to be no lag when he re-uploads it to YouTube. All right. So you can go listen to all your silly little names, says the guy who named himself Playing With Myself.
The saddest part about that is you were on fire for that. Like you were.
I don't believe it. Everyone's asking why I'm still wearing a hat, and it's yes, because my hair is getting stupider.
You were literally on fire for that. You were cooking through like awesome. You even told me to shut up. For everyone
I did tell you to shut up.
Yeah. So it looks like we're back up and going though. So chat, please, keep us updated here. I did notice I saw some spinning, so I was trying to figure out what was going on. I don't know what happened. I think there's something funky with my laptop because last week something happened where I was just like, what the heck? So hopefully we don't have any more interruptions here, but just keep me posted, guys, and we will try. It says excellent connection now, so we should be
excellent. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, everyone's saying it's Ernie's ghost.
Mm.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
All right. Let's see here. So, to the people who may not know who you are, why don't you let them know who you are and what you do?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Matt, but I go by Customs by Matchu, and I am a customizer and toy lover. And as you can see behind me, I love action figures and collect mostly like Marvel Legends and Star Wars and Power Rangers and NECA Turtles. But yeah, running out of space fast, as I know everybody can relate to. So.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We got a very generous super chat from Nick's Fig. Shout out to Ernie's house ghost for still messing the stream up.
That's
Even
it.
when he's not here. Miss you, Ernie.
It's great.
All right. Let's see here. So, how long ago did you start this little adventure into customizing?
It's been probably about 6 years. So yeah, I started collecting back about. I mean, I've collected like my whole life. When I was a kid, I collected the Toy Biz 5-inch figures and the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles and He-Man and Star Wars. So it's not my first foray into all this stuff. But I got kind of out of it once I got into high school, mostly because I was already like being picked on a lot. So I was trying to like not add to the fuel if I could. And then I kind of got into like bands for I don't know, like 5 years or so, and then
Playing in bands or just listening?
playing in bands and really heavily into listening to the music too. But
Okay, cool.
but yeah, I did that for about five years, and then when I moved out to BC about 12 years ago, I got back into collecting. I don't know, maybe like 5 years in, and just ever since then, I've been kind of going. And yeah, I kind of started because Hasbro wasn't making X-Men at the time. So
yes. Oh, I remember those days.
I was like, I really liked the new. I never collected the Toy Biz Marvel Legends. I always found the aesthetic of the ball joints really not to my liking. Like I always marveled in like the offering. Like I always thought that was so cool, right? Especially as someone who collected the 5-inch line. So yeah, when I saw them all coming out, I'm like, oh my god! Imagine being able to actually like move these things like the way you would want to. So I definitely appreciated it, but I didn't have the money to kind of get into it, right? So, but yeah, once I saw them start making like newer, like the Hasbro ones, I think the first one I got into was that Green Goblin Build-A-Figure wave.
Okay.
And once I kind of saw the updates, I was like, oh, those are like pretty nice. And I had a little bit of more like money at the time, like I was making better money. So I kind of got into it and started literally with like a couple Marvel Selects and a couple Marvel Legends, and it turned into this pretty damn fast. So
Oh yeah.
I think my wife's watching, and I'm sure she's just rolling her eyes right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, we've all accumulated a lot of this stuff fairly quickly. So
Happens fast, and it's funny because it's like a lot of the stuff that you guys kind of collect too. Every week, I hear you guys say like, "Oh yeah, I bought this," and like, no, I didn't need to, but I did it anyway, and I'm just like, oh shit, I can relate to that.
Yep.
Actually, it's more just like swiping a credit card. But
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. No, it. Yeah. There's times where you're like, oh man, I really shouldn't, but I'm going to anyway. I'm gonna do this anyway.
Macho, you got Cheney all excited because like you brought up X-Men, you brought up like being in a band. Cheney wants to be the drummer for your band now.
Hey, that's
He's all
great.
excited because I have
Don't
no
want to be
musical
associated
talent
with
whatsoever.
the band that I played, but
I've done both of those things myself, so it's all good.
oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, the band life is fun. It's funny because like I actually associate the toy community very much to the music community in the sense that it's like this. I know it sounds so silly to say this because it's toys, but like this, like, I don't even want to say brotherhood because it sounds so stupid, but like it is honestly like people look out for each other. Like here, like I have a local group like Astonishing, and our he's my buddy Elvin locally, constantly looking for all of our local friends, right? Like it's a really good, it's awesome, man.
Yeah, he was saying like you're a massive DC Comics fan.
Oh jeez. especially Superman.
Yes, that's what he told me to say. So
Oh yeah, I bet he did. Yeah, not a big DC fan. Nothing against it. I mean, I didn't grow up with it. Like I was always Marvel, right? And it's just like it never connected with me. Like the only little sliver of the DC universe that like I am slightly interested in. It's like I think Batman has like a pretty sick rogues gallery, but like otherwise, like I have no attachment to Batman or any of his like hero characters. I just think like a lot of his characters are like super toyetic. Like they'd be so toy like my hope is one day someone just reaches out to me and is like, "Hey, can I commission you to do like Marvel Legends styles like of like all these Batman villains?" And I'd be like, "Yeah,
yeah.
If I ever win the lottery, I will do exactly that.
Sweet. That sounds great. That sounds so great. Yeah, like,
I need to
think
start
they would look
playing
so cool.
the lottery though.
Me too. I always say that if I win the lottery, whenever I start playing the lottery, but
All right. Well, before we go any further, let's go ahead and go over what we got this week. Yeah.
All right. Are you sure you want to ask me?
Let's go with Matchu first, since he's the
sounds
guest.
hefty. Sounds.
Yeah.
So all of this isn't from this week. I can
Okay.
kind of start with the stuff that I walked home to today. So I have been out of town all week on business. So I came home to these guys today. I just watched Unparalleled Universe's review on them and made me even more excited. So I'm pretty pumped for those
I
guys.
have that pre-ordered at Amazon, but Amazon is like seriously taking forever on everything these days.
Dorkside. I'm pretty much Dorkside exclusive when I'm buying from. It's like the thing is for me is like it's always a wait. Like it makes me laugh when people are like, I had to wait 3 weeks. I'm like, at minimum, I'm 3 weeks. I'm like 3 to 6 weeks. I think these took 5 weeks to get to me.
I use Dorkside quite a bit too. I think like I have the modular Iron Man wave, the Build-A-Bear wave is on its way
Did
to
you
me
send
right
it already?
now. Yeah, they
That's
just
awesome.
shipped
Yeah,
it out. I should get it next week early, I think.
Nice. Yeah, he shipped my modular and my Ultron. I just bought the loose ones because I again like I love the Build-A-Figure, but like I just don't have a home for it. So it's like
Yeah.
I have to do that with a lot of stuff, right?
I hear you. Cheney's trying to convince me to sell the Marvel Legends that I don't actually need, which is quite a few of them. I buy them all because you know I have issues, guys.
Because you
I
act like you
understand.
won the
And
lottery.
I get the attachment. I get the attachment for the ones you've worked on too, right? Like that would be a hard thing to be like.
Well, that's that's what I keep doing. It's like I'll buy the stuff that we've worked on across the board, but then I'm like, do I need to like should I keep them all or should I get rid of it? Like it's like anything I have a lot of stuff on display. Anything that's not on display, I'm like, why am I keeping this?
Why? Yeah. That's where my worry comes in to like I always worry about taking stuff down because like to me there's nothing fun about buying and putting it in a box. Like I remember watching one of my friends do that. He was an ML completionist and he just like he would buy and buy and buy and he would never open them. They would just sit and sit and sit, and one day he's like, I don't even know why I'm buying this. Like they bring me no joy.
Yeah,
I'm like, then why are you doing it? Like you're spending so much money. Like they're putting out so much stuff.
That's where you as a friend, you need to have an intervention with them, and like I did.
I was like,
Ernie.
listen, I'll take this stuff, and then.
Yeah, no, I had an intervention with Ernie. I said, you're missing out on it. You're missing out on a whole lot of hard work in here, man. Like I always ask him. I love giving him a hard time. I say, so how's the articulation on that? He's like, I haven't opened it yet. I'm like, oh, this guy.
And I am an articulation junkie. Like everything needs to be super articulated in order for me to be interested. It's so funny to me that Ernie is a mint on card collector and he too is an articulation snob. Like he wants everything to be super articulated, but he keeps it in the package. Like it makes my mind explode. I love him. It's the mental gymnastics are amazing.
That's great. The other thing I picked up while I was away was and I only bought them because I was hoping to find all of them, but was that Disney Plus stuff. So I found Wanda, Zemo, and Bucky. But I think I'm going to actually return these two because I have loose ones coming from Dorkside as well. They're actually en route. I mostly bought it for this. I have a friend who was looking, so it was his last one. He's only one he couldn't find. So I walked into Toys R Us and I was like, there it is.
Yeah, I went to Target after work one morning and I walked in and I was like, I didn't get there like, you know, like I got there maybe 4 or 5 minutes after they opened, right? Like right at like 8:04 or something. And I walk and I get to the aisle and it looked like the whole wave. I'm like, oh, cool. The only one I really want is Scarlet Witch. And I'm looking through. No Scarlet Witch. And I look down the aisle and there's this guy looking at the pops like down, you know, a ways. And I look in his hand and I can see the box. And I'm like, I was literally like, like a minute or two behind, man.
That sucks.
That's like the worst. Like that is the absolute worst when you're like,
I've never been at a Target anywhere near opening time. It's always like noon or so at the earliest.
When you're literally like, I can see it. I can literally see it in that guy's hand, and I just
want to follow him and see if he like puts it down to grab something, and he just.
Well, Cheney ended up jumping him in the parking lot, and
good. Okay, good.
No.
So he got it. That's good.
That's how they roll in Victorville.
No. Well, no. This was out by my work, so this wasn't in Victorville. There's not even a Target in Victorville, actually. So.
I also found this Goldar on sale while I was
nice.
Just kind of hunting. I was looking to pick something up, and they had this Goldar on sale for $20 Canadian, which is like $10 off. So I kind of been eyeballing him. I have the one with the wings open. I just like the paint deco on this one better, and I wanted the closed wings because my display's filling up, and the wings kind of take up a little bit of space. So I'm gonna.
And the wings are a little bit droopy on him too.
Yeah, they're kind of just scarecrowy. So that was this week, and then a couple notable things from last week. A friend from Instagram, Customizers, his name's Squall Draven. He runs the Foosh Secret Santa or the Foosh Summer Swap on the forums there. But yeah, he's been on the lookout for me for some NECA Toon Turtles with the disguises, and he found one for me and one for Astonishing his review. So it's pretty nice of him to find those, and he opened them up to ship them so we could. Oh no, he actually sent them in boxes. We split the shipping. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then I got this little dude last week, the Sentinel Miles, and man, is he so fun! Like this is probably like contender for figure of the year right now for me. Like he's so nice.
It looks nice. He
hits
really does.
All the right poses. Like honestly, I did order the longer neck peg to raise the neck a little bit from Figure Fix.
It helps.
Does it? Yeah, it looks like it does. So it looks like it helps with the range of motion a little bit too. Like it looks like you can get it back.
I love it. I got multiples. I actually have two. I ended up buying two of that figure, and I ended up buying. I got the Figure Fix neck peg, and also Nico Hodge did one as well. They both work great. So big shout out to both those guys. Anyone doing fixes to make your figures better, and they're affordable. It's like $5.
Doing the Lord's work.
Yes,
it's amazing.
Absolutely.
It's great.
Yeah.
And then the last couple little notable things I got was I finally got that redone Ahsoka with the face print. So I still had the kind of donkey-eyed one. So now I got one that looks a little bit better. And then I also got Jackson as well from Dorkside. So, yeah, so it's been a good couple weeks for me.
Nice.
Now I have to find time to fit them in here. That's always the challenging part.
Yeah, Astonishing News says that Miles is Door.
Yeah, it is Door.
Or Doe.
Door is Superman.
Oh, wait, no, he said it's dope.
Yeah, he meant to say dope. I like that you read it. You're like, the Miles is dope.
It's dope.
That's exactly what it is.
Dude. Honestly, like we Zoom. We used to always Zoom when the pandemic started. We Zoomed like every night, him and a couple of our local friends. Like I'd customize, and we would just shoot the shit, and like it was so fun.
Swear jar.
Oh no, sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I have to watch my notes.
Jeez, Adam, calm down.
I know. It's like weird because I have the biggest potty mouth out of all of us.
Yeah. No, Astonishing
probably
News
debatable.
is he's good people, man. Definitely.
He
And
sure
if you
is.
guys aren't following him, check him out. He's pumping out like crazy content.
Tons of content.
Yeah. If you
on
need
fire.
something to watch, head on over there for sure. All right. I'll go next since Adam probably has a lot. I didn't really get anything this week. I got like one thing that I could think of.
You're fired.
Actually, no, I did get two things, but the other thing doesn't really count because I kind of had the things in there that I wanted anyway. So I finally got my Case of Black series from.
Oh, you gave up
Big
on
Bad.
Black Series.
I did, but I ordered this before that. Like,
Oh.
it's Big Bad, so it took forever. It's the what is it? The Saz Ventress and Bo-Katan case, and it's got a couple of the Bad Batch guys in there and a clone trooper.
You had Bo-Katan already, though. That's
Yeah.
what kind of made you kind of step away, right?
Yeah. That's what made me go. You know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
So,
I'm very close to in that boat as well.
yeah, I'm like I'm just good. Like I am all good. So I got that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll post up the other three figures. And just get rid of them for retail or whatnot. So the Bad Batch guys and the clone guy or whatever. Because I don't need them. They're just taking up space here. So.
Sounds like Cheney's gearing up for a giveaway.
Maybe I do have some stuff over here. Maybe we got to get the viewers up though before I do that. But what I did get and what I was excited about was I got this Storm Collectibles Chun-Li in
Nice.
the battle costume, and this is the variant. So this is the red version versus the black dress version. So yeah, I've got both of them.
Her physique is insane.
Ridiculous. Chun-Li's my favorite. I love Chun-Li. She's the best character.
Can
Chun-Li
you
is
guys
great.
see that okay? Is it clear or no?
Yeah, I mean it's a little blown out. The lighting's a little bit heavy when you
Yeah.
get that close.
Yeah.
But
What if
that
better?
that start
There you go.
there you go. Look, you're learning the Hasbro stream ways.
all right.
That's the first time I've ever seen the hand like this, Cheney.
What?
Like this is like
Stupid.
He's fancy.
I don't
That's
know.
why he did that.
It's new.
What? I just thought that would work. I don't know. I guess.
All right, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
you
Is
two.
that,
It
is
did
You
work.
do however you're comfortable.
Does that make
We're
you
just
feel
gonna go
better?
right along with it.
All right. Anyway, so I got that. And then I had posted that I got some more stickers from Motaku. So yeah, check him out on Instagram. Cool stickers. Really cool. And that's it for me. Really light week, thankfully. So.
All right, I'll try not to take too long. I know we do want to we want to venture into customs land and Machu's page.
Mhm.
So I promise I will try to go through this quickly.
All right.
So, up first, Amazon shipped my Phase 1 Clone Trooper. So it took forever, but I finally got it. So yeah, there's that. Then I just got these guys from Ringside Collectibles. I posted pictures of Stone Cold today. So this is the ultimate version. The butterfly joints on these guys are fantastic. I want to actually pull this off because I want to show it a little bit because it is crazy good butterfly range. Like really, I'm just happy because it's like, yeah, we made the prototypes like that and it made it through production really well. So really
You know
nice. Obviously has all the other articulation you could want in a figure.
One other thing. How rude of me. Thank you so much, Matchu, for sending us a little gift package. I got all those.
We were going to
goodies
talk
in-
about that because I've eaten some of the stuff. I don't know about you.
Excellent.
Oh, dude, I went crazy already on
Yeah.
it. Like,
Oh, great.
The,
That's great. I'm glad you liked it.
the beef jerky was amazing. Oh my
The
gosh.
beef jerky was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be up there as my favorite.
There
Although,
was
like,
a-
my family. See, now we're getting into the Snackmigos section. I'm still
Hey,
trying
wait,
to
let's
do my
save it.
haul.
We'll save it.
I was
Let's
like,
save
it's
it.
like I literally, there's Snackmigos talks to be had. So the other one was the Ric Flair. So woo, got Ric Flair.
No, do it right. Do it right.
And then I literally I didn't get that much this week, but D Amazing, he enabled me. He always does this with the Common Rider figures. So this is the common like Rising Hopper, I want to say, or something Hopper.
AKA
Yeah,
Toymigo.
the
Common
Toymigos
Rider?
color rider. Yeah.
So it's like
that's
that's
like,
the hopper then.
and this is the like souped up version of his art. Like I have the sleeker version already, but then this is like he's a little bit more geared up, armored up. These figures are fantastic. Yes, I know next to nothing about Kamen Rider, but the toys are amazing, and I have a handful.
It's
Mostly
so weird
because of the Amazing.
I don't know what's up with your camera because it doesn't look green on there. It looks like gold and black for some reason.
Good. See what that's showing us is that the Acid Rain figures that I showed.
No,
a while
those are
ago
blue.
were in fact
Those
green.
are blue. Those are
They
blue.
were green.
The chat and everybody agrees that they're blue.
My
Even when
camera
you
obviously is weird with colors.
Even when you posted pictures in the
my
Discord,
camera
it
is
was blue.
colorblind.
It was blue.
So then, as I mentioned earlier in the episode, it absolutely is a doll. I got my vapor in, and I threw the Butter Barons custom "They're Not Dolls" shirt
That's
on him.
awesome.
So
Oh,
he's got a "They're Not Dolls" t-shirt on.
that's
I
cool.
love this figure. This is
I
great.
had to, I had to
he's a
use my
doll.
voice of reason to not get that because when I saw it, I was like, "That looks so sick."
It's so
But then I was
cool,
like,
and
I have
like
no say.
as an ex-New Yorker art school kid, his backpack has like 3 cans of spray paint and like markers, the sketchbook in it, all in his backpack. And the spray cans, the fact that they rattle and stuff too.
Oh, what? That's so
yeah,
cool.
they have the little rattle to. It's like, come on, that's like I have to actually show that because it is
That's
too.
attention to detail that I can appreciate.
It's like honestly, it's like I was showing my lady that, and she's like, no one is going to even know that that's the case. And I was like, yeah, but the fact
doesn't
that
matter.
it does is amazing. So here, ready?
Oh, that is so awesome.
So it's like, it literally, and they're all like
That
that.
is awesome. That's awesome. Again, this is like, if for any outsiders who may be here listening, this is like the most ridiculous nerd stuff ever. Like,
Oh, totally.
Like,
Like that's
here we
why
are
you can
nerding out
tell
over
that they're having
the
so much
scale
fun
and-
with this, like their own IP and like this stuff. Like that's where Mezco is really
That's
shining, as far as I'm concerned.
Mhm.
I don't do many Mezco. I find that like I just don't love like the soft good thing. Like I guess it's good for that kind of stuff. And I guess
Yeah.
that's why I'm drawn to it. Like I do have the Ghostbusters, but like
I was that same way pretty much at the onset. I bought the Dark Knight Batman figures, but I was like, they feel a little Mego-esque to me. But then as soon as they started doing the more realistic clothing, like where it's like,
textures. Oh yeah.
that makes more sense. Like the superhero spandexy costumes, I don't love quite as much. Yeah, I
Yeah,
still
me neither.
buy a chunk of them, but like the more real clothing looks way better to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
So yeah, I'm digging that. Then this is it, guys. I want to actually spotlight a customizer. Customs by Matchu. I'm sorry. I know, like the focus is
beef.
supposed to be on you, but instead,
It'll be
I'm going to talk about Mark II design. So I ordered some stuff off of his Etsy store for the G.I. Joe Classified line. So I have here, this is the laser rifle. So he does accessories for the G.I. Joe Classified line. So it's the cartoon accurate laser rifle, which I think is dope.
Closer to the camera.
Yeah, put that hand up.
There you go. Yeah, you're doing it the wrong way, apparently. You have to do it like this.
So yeah, that's the laser rifle, which is dope. I really dig it. Then I also got for Cobra Commander his classic like hair dryer style gun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But what's even cooler is that when you buy the hair dryer style gun, he also includes like a color matched backpack that plugs into his back that the hair dryer gun can get mounted to. So just like the vintage figure, you could store his hair dryer, like the blow dryer gun on his backpack. It's like he did that, and it color matches the regular blue Cobra Commander pretty much perfectly. So it's beautiful. And then the final thing that I bought from his Etsy store is for our favorite arms dealer. I got a mini Megatron.
That looks good.
Oh.
So yeah, Destro is rocking Megatron there.
Oh.
So he's got way more beyond just those three things that I've shown. I know he's got like a classic Storm Shadow backpack, which I kind of want to get for my custom because it looks more durable than the one that I have on there now. But Mark II Design, check him out on Instagram, and then his store is on Etsy. So yeah, give him a shot. In all honesty, I actually want to mention this too because I know Matchu, you do this, Cheney, you do like we ship stuff, we buy, sell, and ship stuff to people all the time. And the U.S. Postal Service, at least, sucks in general.
Yeah.
I had ordered these things like back in like May, and he shipped them like immediately, and the tracking just went dark. Like it went into UPS and then went dark for a while. I know, like pandemic craziness. So I was like, I let him know, and I was just like, hey, my stuff is not, the tracking hasn't updated. We waited. And finally, like, you know, I think it was like a week ago, basically, I was just like, hey, man, this still hasn't updated. And he's like, I will ship out new ones for you. So he ended up, you know, like, and that's a hassle for him. You know, he's got to now report the stuff that's gone missing. And then he's got to make another set that like, it's like, so who knows where the original set is, but he shipped it out. I got it immediately. So big props to him. Like that's awesome. Is super cool, man. But yeah, people are asking in chat. It's Mark II Design. So MARK, the number Grump. 2
yeah,
design.
Batforce Grump just put it in there. Batforce said that his Vapor took 8 days to get to him and went through 11 different states.
Yeah, like all of the mail service has been so weird.
That's crazy though, because isn't like Grumps is back east, right?
Yeah.
Like he
No, I think Grump says that he could basically swing by Mezco, like because they're in like Long Island City or something, I think. So it's like it's not a far drive for him. But my Vapor came from Washington or something because they have another. So I don't know. Maybe his came from across the United States. Who knows? Yeah,
that's a horrible thing to happen, man. I hate that. Yeah,
hey, does he do just G.I. Joe stuff, or does he do any Marvel Legends or Star Wars?
From what I remember of his Etsy store, it's the majority of it is G.I. Joe focused, but I'm sure he probably does other stuff. Yeah, check him out, like because for sure, like the quality is great.
Nice.
All right. What else did you get at him?
That's it. I'm done.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, wow. Wow. That only took half an hour.
Oh. Damn it, Chamba.
Chamba.
He's always here. He's always everywhere.
Champa's everywhere. I think they stopped. What time did they stop the
it went to
chat?
Like 2 a.m. or something ridiculous again.
Yeah, they went to they were on the Toy Talk in the Discord until from 5 p.m. until 2 a.m. last night Pacific time. So I don't know, you know. So yeah, man, oh man. All right, let's go ahead.
Oh, hold on, wait. Can we talk about this snacks first? That Matchu said?
Okay.
No.
Yeah, go for it.
Because he sent us
Yeah, he
Canadian snacks.
He was very generous and sent us this big box of goodies, and they were all very delicious. And
Lots of good stuff. My son like the chocolate covered blueberries are now his favorite.
Yeah,
so like
they're so
that,
good.
like I need to track those down because like he was devouring them. My lady, like I tried all of this stuff and then it slowly got stolen from me. She loved the salty almond chocolate bar.
Yours didn't melt. That's good. I thought
No,
it was
all
going to.
my
I was
like,
worried it was going to. So.
oh, all of mine was melted because it was like
I got yours.
111 here.
yeah, it's
so,
hotter where
yeah.
Cheney is than it is for me. And then
Okay.
I have like my place where I live, we have like it's called parcel pending and it's like locked and they're all like, it's really nice. You
Cool
use a
enough.
Bluetooth
Okay.
to open up for packages.
Oh,
and
that's
stuff.
nice.
So it's like,
Yeah, that works good.
Future.
it's like,
Futuristic.
they're not like climate controlled, but they're in a shady area and then inside. So it's like they're everything was fine. But yeah, the beef jerky was great. I haven't tried the coffee yet.
Yeah,
Potato chips were good.
I can
Okay.
always
Machu's making me fatter.
I can always
Yeah, well.
tell when the post office or when the mail guy comes because I hear like
Just not caring.
Yeah, and then
It's like Ace Ventura at the beginning of the movie. He's like kicking boxes around.
yeah,
And then
and then my
reason-
dog he loses it. He's just like ah. So yeah, that's
all
how I
dogs
know.
hate all mailmen.
Yeah,
That's just the way
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, it's a weird.
But
thing.
then Cheney, you sent me a box that was a chunk of
yes,
a box from Chamba. So
I haven't talked
got
about any of that stuff yet, and I've
Well,
been
I
wanting
got-
to. So
I got snacks from Australia too. So I was eating some of the weird, like Machu, the Australian stuff was way weirder. Like, we're
Yeah,
talking, like
I tried to keep it somewhat like
crackers and stuff.
accessible.
Like I'm down. Like I love, like I want Snack Migos to be a thing. So I was totally down, and like I was into trying all of these weird Australian food. I was concerned that like there were going to be giant spiders jumping out at me, or perhaps a shark attack of some kind. But luckily, I survived.
that's very funny because
It
I had shared a picture of that box that he sent with some of my friends, and they're like, "Did you check that for spiders?" I'm like, "No, why?" And they're like, "Because man, those spiders over there are crazy." I'm like, "No, it's fine. It's fine."
Dude,
Oh,
Australian spiders, those are like, that's some prehistoric level
Yeah, they're
stuff.
like the size of a little dog.
I'll pass on all that,
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah, no, yeah, he sent some cool stuff, man. And he sent some Vegemite for Jesse Lewis, and Jesse Lewis got
Nice.
that, so I was able to get that, I've been trying to get all that stuff out the last few weeks. It's been a little overwhelming, but I finally got all caught up last weekend, and so we're all good now. I think the only thing I need to send out still is Dario's stuff, but I've got to find a proper size box for one of the things that's in there. So
One of my
Should be
coworkers is from the UK, lives here now. He eats Vegemite almost every day. I don't know.
Because they make
I-
like sandwiches. I think they just put it on like bread and make Vegemite
Yeah.
sandwiches. Like I can't speak for every. Like I just know what it is because like I work for a grocery chain and like we have one store and it's like in a skiing kind of community and it's like 90% Australians. And like all of them, like it's like they buy all of it off the shelf. They stock it in the store just because our staff is like all Australian. So it's like,
wow.
That's funny.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't been brave enough to try it yet.
From
Yeah,
what
I
I
haven't
hear,
had
it's
it either.
very, very bitter. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, no, thank you so much, Chamba.
Probably something you like grow up with, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's like, we've got weird stuff here too that only Americans eat in all other countries. You're like, what are you guys doing? Why are you doing that?
I always feel the heat for pepper or for pineapple on pizza, so I get it.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem
bomb.
I
Great.
like it. I usually order it with it on there. So
Me too. Best.
yeah,
Sweet and salty.
yeah. You get the best of both worlds.
That's right.
My coworker or my old coworker, he was actually in the chat earlier, but he just hates that. He's like, "Oh, that's horrible. It's absolutely horrible." I'm like, I don't know. I don't mind it. So
A pineapple like killed his mom or something. Relax. It's fine.
Pineapple.
Yeah.
Doesn't belong.
It'll be okay.
yeah. Thick Nick said, "I can't say anything. Our pizza is cheese soup."
It is. And that's
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's
Chicago,
if you
right?
don't get
Yes.
a deep dish that has literally a fat patty of sausage at the bottom and then cheese soup on top. Like, I swear to God, Chicago pizza, I love it, but I feel like that SNL sketch where they're like having heart attacks while they're all hanging out at the table eating and drinking. Like, it's just like, man.
And when I was out there, we tried a couple different places, and I liked it. Like, I don't know, I guess I'm fairly easygoing.
It's not. It's delicious. It's just like it's a little bit more of a casserole than it is a pizza.
Yeah.
I don't.
I
guess.
didn't really enjoy it much myself. But
Oh, really? Okay.
no, not really. Yeah, I liked the. I got to try it a couple years ago. I went to Chicago for a food show, and like one of my vendors took us out for Chicago pizza, and I was just like, yeah, it's fine, but it's just like more like it's like soup in a bowl. It's kind of.
It's very
You can't really
heavy.
eat it like yeah, it's super heavy. Yeah, I mean like the sauce and like everything was good as individual components. It's just like it was just a lot, you know. I was just like, this is like a lot more than I want for pizza, I think. So
Yeah, my old coworker, he was saying him and his wife had tried it before, and they got it, and they'd actually used they'd like ordered a special kind that actually did use like somewhat of a pie crust. So it was like kind of weird. He was like, "Yeah, we weren't expecting
it's like
that."
a pizza quiche.
Yeah. I mean, I like all of those ingredients, and you throw them all together, so I'm good with that. I just like pizza in general, but
Me too.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Hard to go wrong.
Yes.
I
All
couldn't
right.
agree more.
I think we've checked the box here for the Snack Migos.
Snack
stuff,
Migos! Woo! We did it, guys.
right? Yeah.
Let's talk customs.
Yes. Let's do that. Let's definitely do that.
So yeah, Cheney, if you could pull up his Instagram page. I mean, like, honestly, Matchu, like, I want you to walk us through like what ones you want to focus on, but like, out of the recent stuff, you know that I love that black cat that you just posted recently. Like, it is beautiful. Yes, Gentle Giant worked on the digital prototypes for the previous versions, like multiple versions of Black Cat that Hasbro's done. I don't think any of them are
definitive.
what I want. Yeah, I feel the same way about Black Widow, actually. Like, I've kind of pieced together from multiple versions.
Yeah, totally.
What I want.
I think,
but yeah, the new one that you did is gorgeous.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks very much. Yeah, no, I you know, my biggest thing, I kind of heard that through the rumor mill that they were going to be doing a retro Black Cat. So I was like, I'm going to hold out hope that it's like, you know, what I want. Right. To be honest, I know it sounds so silly, but like my biggest gripe with the official ones we've gotten is like, I really hate those claw hands that they use. Like they need to be replaced. Like I don't like the like waving, like I don't love that. And like I kind of wanted something more like sinister. Like I want something more expressive, I guess. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Totally.
Yeah. So when I saw the Gwenom figure, when they kind of announced that, I saw those hands, I was like, that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So
I love when you find like it's like parts and then you're like, now I'm gonna make a custom based around those hands. Like it's like that's so cool that it's like, oh, that, you know, checks the right box kind of deal.
It's funny because I always look forward to like big reveal shows and stuff, because the thing I'm immediately searching for is, what do we got for new fodder?
New pieces.
That's literally the first thing I look for. I start scanning. I'm like, all right, what do we got? What are we missing? and what's new here, right? And I love that's why I think I love Marvel Legends, and like, you know, a lot of the things that I say are very similar to like Craig Warwick's view, right? Like how he kind of mentioned that he likes the aesthetic of it, how they all look like they belong together. And like, to me, that's the biggest selling point of the Marvel Legends line. And I think that they get a lot more flack than I think they deserve. Like, I get that there's a lot of reuse, but like, that's the model. Like, that's literally what it's based on. It's based on reuse. So like, you know, I don't understand the hate on it, right? Like, to me, they're doing a great job. And like, yeah. So it's hard to find fault, but sometimes I just want the specific things, right? And the claws on the black hat was, that was a deal breaker for me. Once I saw it, I was like, eh. It was that and the lack of neck hinge.
Yes.
Yeah, the
girls in general have that issue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It
like,
I mean,
because
go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that the biggest issue I had with it was like, it's not like I need a lot of back movement because the hair is gonna always kind of impede that movement, but like to not have any forward, again, it like, you always have her looking like dead staring, like straight, right? And it's just you can't get any expression out of her. And for a character who's like, you know, seductive, like supposed to be like seductive and stuff like that, it's like, you can't do that with her. She just looks super like stiff,
bored.
Yeah, so I had to fix that too. So those are my two gripes with what we got officially, and I was like, I need to fix that. So
yeah, no, I was having some of those issues with that Lady Loki figure. Like, at first, I'm like, it's such a just blank expression on the face, and like, you know, that buck that they used for Lady Loki is that old Moonstone buck. So there's no hinge in the neck, and then they threw that big like hefty cape thing on there, and then she's got that like skirt kind of thing too. And it's like, there's like, you got to like find a way to, you know, finagle it to make it work. And I think I worked it out for the most part, but
yeah, it looks great.
I just, that's one of the, you know, one of my biggest gripes with some of the Marvel Legends stuff is it's like, you know, the females need to move more, man.
Yeah, I agree. Well, hopefully we'll see that direction now that we've got the double jointed coming, right? So
yeah, I've seen pictures of the Ironheart, and you know,
looks so good.
The double hinge elbows, man. I'm telling you, that's what's up.
Yeah, I don't love working with them as a customizer, I have to say, but in other, like, I think they look really good, and I find them quite sturdy too, which is a bonus.
You know what?
The pinless thing is like, it is a little bit like, I was talking to Beardy about that recently at work, because, you know, while it's cool that you no longer have visible pins and everything, it does hinder for customizers a little bit, that now it's not as easy to pop this stuff apart, you know, sand down joints and everything. Like, it's like, no, these are injection molded now. So you have to like treat it the same way you would do like a shoulder joint or a ankle joint. And you'd have to like slice the peg and then pull it apart and then re-glue it. So it's like, it's a little bit more work to pull stuff apart with this.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain, but I mean, it looks good. The new sculpt looks good. So it's like, it's great. Like, I bought an extra Dormammu to make an animated series Chameleon with, and I was like, I'm like, man, I'm glad that the joints are purple at least. So like, if I screw up the traveling down the elbows and stuff, I'm like, at least I'm safe there, right? But
yeah. So I wanted to talk about this Sabretooth head you made here. This was really cool. You made it from the Dark Beast, right?
Yeah, so I actually got the idea from Joe Ward. He's on Instagram as Captain Snake or whatever, like Wolverine claws, you know?
Okay.
He's a UK-based customizer, and he did one on a Caliban body, and it looked like, I love how it looked, but like, unfortunately, like, once I got like it all one color, I was like, this is too big. Like, the head's it's too wide, I think. So it looks off. But at that point, I had already gone through the process. So I was like, I'm just gonna finish it just because I'm at this point, right? Like, I'm not gonna display it that way. But like, yeah. So I finished it, and Dark Beast as the base, and then I sculpted the hair, sorry, and like the back of the head.
Nice.
Yeah.
I really like how that came out. It looks really cool.
Yeah, I actually haven't put up fancy pictures of Sabretooth yet, but I'm going to in the next week or so. Yeah, he's probably one of my favorites customs I've done in actually quite some time. I'm super happy with it. The line work was really clean on it, and like I'm trying to work on eyes right now. Like I really struggle with like getting like the perfection in the face, right? And like I was talking to a friend about it a couple of weeks ago, and I said like that's to me really where like my gap is like it's like the fine details. So I actually think Black Cat's probably another one of the better ones I've done in some time too. But
eyes are a pain, man.
So bad.
I used to try to customize the Marvel Universe stuff, and for a while
God,
there,
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, for a while I'd
smaller.
Yeah. So I had practiced a lot on those when I first started trying to customize figures. So when I moved up to like Marvel Legends stuff, I'm like, wow, I got way more room to work with now.
Yeah.
So it was like a completely different thing.
It is. Working at a different scale is super weird. So it's like I used a couple I never collected Marvel Universe. Again, it was out at a time when I wasn't collecting. And I was always kind of more partial to the larger scale. But I did a custom Tusk figure for Secret Santa for Foosh last year. And to do the underlings, his little guys that grow out of his back, I used some Marvel Universe Wolverine figures. And it was extremely challenging working with that smaller scale, like to like get all the prep, especially like to really take away the clearance in the knees and the ball joints and the hips and the like. I had to go back a few times and like Dremel again after I'd put paint on already. I'm like, oh man, I'm getting tons of scraping here, right? So it was a big challenge, very big challenge. Yeah. So kudos to those who work on that scale, because like I don't know how you do that.
You've done a lot of stuff that like I thought was like very clever and inventive. Like you did a Crimson Dynamo.
That was a fun one.
And it's like that's like I'm always impressed whenever anyone is doing hand sculpted stuff that's inorganic, like anything where it's like it's armor and it needs to look, it has a certain level of perfection. Like it's like sculpting stuff by hand that's organic, like body stuff and everything like that to me is easier in general. It's all difficult, guys. Don't cancel me. It's all takes a lot of talent, but there's a level of perfection that goes into doing something that's supposed to be like machined armor and stuff. And
absolutely,
you posted behind the scenes shots of your Crimson Dynamo, and you used skewers,
barbecue skewers,
wooden skewers. Like, and it's like it literally looks perfect. Like you did such a good job with it. It's amazing.
Yeah, I loved working on Dynamo. To be honest, like I'm happiest when I'm sculpting armor. Like I love sculpt, which is weird because like I'm not really a huge Iron Man fan, right? But it's just like anytime I had somebody recently reach out to me. So I've been doing so I'm doing like a second figure for Jesse Rath, the actor who plays Brainiac 5 on Supergirl. I did a Brainiac 5 for him 2 years ago, maybe. And then he reached out again this year and asked if I could do him in his like current look, like his season, like the season finale kind of look, right? So like I said yes to that, and it's so interesting to like jump from like just that time gap. Like I'm so focused on trying to do a great job for him this time around, because like the last time I sent out a figure, I was like not super happy with I shouldn't say that. I'm always a critic of my own work, but I wasn't super happy with the final product. Like I felt like I could have done better if I like would have planned a little bit better, I guess. So this time I'm really trying to like bring it home for him, right, and do something really cool for him. But I'm just getting started right now.
Nice.
Yeah, I kind of just got a little bit going, but
heck yeah.
Like Cheney got it. You'll probably have to scroll down a little ways, but he's got a character that I think that you probably would be into because of your era of X love, but Random,
Oh yeah, Random.
Toybiz made a figure of him back in the 5-inch days, and he was X Factor. But it's like that's a figure that like I personally think is very toy, like his look.
Oh yes,
it's super 90s, but he's very toyetic, and I think he would make for like a fun totally random off the wall, like even like he could be a Build-A-Figure or something. Like, yeah, people will probably complain because random is random for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But they're
But they've done
making
weirder
them new
things,
and
like,
stuff.
look-
So
Exactly. There's been weirder choices.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, my one of my favorites that he's done is this X-23 from All New X-Men.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love doing those all new X-Men. Oh, I love that run. I know a lot of people hate it, but I really like it.
I had a lot of fun with it. It wasn't the
too.
best, but it was entertaining. You know, like
Yeah,
it was it was fun. It was cool to see. You know, so and I liked those costumes for some reason. I
Me
don't
too.
know why. Like I don't know. It was cool.
It's funny because I always say it has all the makings of something I would hate. Like they're super busy, they're beyond colorful,
Yeah.
and it's like they're trying to make it match, but then they make them all kind of different, and then it's just a big mess. But for some reason, I love them. I love them.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like I like how it works. Yeah, here's a shot of like the whole team here, which looks cool.
Yeah,
it
I'm not
was-
seeing the screen right now, but I mean, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, they were fun. They've actually been on my to-do list, so I'm very much like I plan for everything, right? Like I can tell you the next 30 customs I'm doing, and they're all in bags in a little drawer down here. But like when I first started customizing and I started building my like, what am I gonna make list? They were one of the first things that I put on my to-do list because I wanted them represented on my shelf, and it took 5 years to finally get around to doing them. But yeah, I'm super happy with the end result. So
Heck yeah.
So speaking of your to-do list and your bag, so you said you have like, how many do you have like in the works now, and how big is your list?
okay, so my list, the thing, I kind of like work with like a next in line, like 10 next in line. That's kind of what I keep, right? Everything I kind of put on like a notepad on my phone, and it's just like, it goes in order of like where I'm at, but the top 10 kind of stay stationary. And then the ones underneath it kind of become variable. So like I've been trying to take on more commissions over the last couple of years. So like, you know, I dip more into those when someone sends me something fun, and I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of fun, right? So I kind of lean more towards like the stuff that I don't collect for commissions, because it's fun to do something outside of what I always do, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I would say normally I only work on at the most 3 figures on my table at a time, because I'm very much, I see a lot of customizers who have like 60 projects on the go, right? And it's just like, how do you ever finish anything? Like
Yeah.
to me,
yeah.
I like starting a custom is like a gift to myself. So like I say, you can have this gift, but you have to eat your breakfast first. So which is like custom number 1 that's on the table. That's got to be done and photographed and ready to go to wherever it's going before you start the next one. So yeah, so that's kind of my rule of kind of how I do things. I never have more than 3 on the go. So
Nice.
I loved you did that the King Arthur from the cartoon,
Oh yes.
and like,
that's for
I
Alvin,
didn't-
for astonishing.
yeah, I didn't really watch that cartoon, but I remember that toy line. Like I remember seeing those toys in Toys R Us and like just wanting them so bad. Like I thought they were so cool. And like your custom being a super articulated version update of it, it's like that hit some serious awesome nostalgia button.
That's
like I
awesome.
saw it and I was just like, oh, that's really cool. I love that.
Thanks,
So
man.
it's like, you know, that's
Yeah.
definitely off the beaten path of using Marvel Legends, but to make something that's like, you know,
Totally different.
yeah.
Yeah, it was funny how that one came up. So Elvin wanted me to make a figure for him. So he wanted me to do.
Anyone that's listening and may not know about this, I think it was a post where it was like, name some of the old toy lines that you would be into, and someone said something about Street Sharks, and then Storm Collectibles like commented, like, or retweeted, and we're like, oh, Street Sharks, that's interesting, or like something along those lines. But then that I believe that tweet is now pulled, like it's gone, it's missing. So it's like, what is that even? So like, is Storm actually doing it? Were they just teasing and their fans? Like, what does this all mean, guys?
It kind of reeks of like, hey, you shouldn't have posted that. You should probably take that down.
Yeah. It's very, very interesting.
Yeah, for some
But
reason
I only know
lost-
about Street Sharks from toys.
we lost
same.
the stream again, but we're back.
No.
So
We're back,
yeah,
baby. Woo.
yeah. I'm not sure what happened there. Like I said,
Well, it's okay because when you post it tomorrow, it'll all be
it'll flow. Yeah, but it just it's kind of irritating to deal with on
It's
this.
okay. Swole Nick can deal with it.
Yeah, there's.
He's swollen enough that he can handle it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, so I need to get
But Street
out.
Sharks in general, like, yeah, I was familiar. I did not watch the cartoon. I knew of the toy line, so like, I was always like, yeah, come on, they're buffed out sharks. Like, this is like, I get the draw of it
With
and
rollerblades on one of them.
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous. And then Storm Collectibles, their modus operandi of doing thick boys in general.
Big,
it's like
big
guys.
Literally perfect company to take it on, right?
Yeah, and then like you have the upcoming Suicide Squad where like King Shark is going to be a major character. So it's like timing wise for Street Sharks, I guess is it makes sense. Sure.
I think there's a market for it. I don't know if it's like as big as some of the other properties, but I mean, really, there's got to be the same at least interest in something like that as there is like Golden Axe. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Golden Axe, but like, I don't feel compelled to need the toys, even though they look sick. They do look amazing.
I'm right there with you. I remember the Golden Axe video game. I think the toys look outstanding.
Amazing.
The giant, what is his name? Death Adder. Yeah, that guy looks sick. But I'm like, I can't afford to buy stuff from a video game that I just remember, like, it's like, come on, I'll appreciate the pictures from afar.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm right there with you.
Ryan Carper is saying, give me a Storm King already from Tekken. Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Tekken, bring on Tekken and definitely bring on King. I think I've talked about this with D Amazing too. King is one of the ones where it's like I would absolutely want his player one look where it's like, he's shirtless and like he's got the traditional tiger head, but his like player two costume where he's got the track pants on, t-shirt and the gray head, like, get out of here. I will buy that one immediately as well. Like player one and player two. And Cheney knows that I'm not usually big on player two. Like that's one where
in this case,
I'm in for it.
Oh yeah. So I think it might have been the leg might have been on. I don't know what it is. I narrowed it all down. So I'm not going to bring up any more pictures just so we don't lose the stream again.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk some toy news? Actually, Matchu, is there any other custom stuff that you wanted to bring up?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I guess like the thing I'm working on right now, it's a secret. Like I've been slightly inactive, I guess, just because the customs I'm working on right now are commissions for somebody and they want to keep hush hush until they give it as a gift to somebody. So I'll be posting those probably in the.
I hope it's for me.
Oh, it might not be though. Which is, it sucks that I can't. It sucks that I can't share them because honestly, like it's some of the face work again. Like as I was saying, I've really put a lot of effort into the faces on both of these, and like I'm so happy with how they look. So I'm super bummed that I can't share.
No, that's awesome though. Like I'm sure you're gonna take pictures before you send them off to the new owner. So yeah.
As soon as they're handed over, I'll post.
How many different pieces are there in this set that you're doing?
The secret one, you mean?
Yeah.
It's just two.
Oh, it's just okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's two. Yeah, two female characters. So, and they are DC, which is funny enough.
Oh.
So yeah.
Cool.
So and then I'll be doing Brainiac right after that, which is another DC. So
that's awesome though. Like I dig that.
Yeah. So is it just you never were familiar with DC stuff, or just never struck your fancy?
Yeah,
or
I think the characters just didn't grab. Marvel stuff was more like in my face again, right? Like I was super into the Toy Biz line. Like that's really like a lot of my love and interest came from the toys. Like I would be like, oh, this guy looks really cool. I'm gonna buy it, and then I'm gonna learn about him. So I'd use like my little Marvel handbook, the little guide thing, and trading cards, and like that's kind of where I got most of my info. And then like because where I live, like I didn't really have a consistent place to buy comics, so it's like I would buy ones like where I could, but like I ultimately would end up missing like 2-3 episodes or issues, and it just ends up not really making sense. So like I didn't really get back into like backtracking on comics until I got back into action figures, which was like about 6 years ago. And I was reading modern comics at the time, and I just like I don't know, they weren't really sticking to me. Like they keep restarting. It's like, all right, we're 13 issues in, back to 1, and it's like, what? Like we just started.
Restarting, and then it's like just I don't know. There's like no like solid ground footing, it seems like, anymore. It's just like
true.
I've
like,
completely fallen off. Like I was still trying to hold in there for a long time, and I'm just like I don't know.
I lost interest. Like I found it was the same thing as I mentioned with my friend. I was buying them, and I was like, I have to read these before next week. And it's like as soon as that happened, I was like, what am I doing? Like this is such a waste. Like I'm not enjoying this anymore.
Yeah, when it becomes a chore, you're like, oh, I have to make time to read this so I can go back and buy more of them. That's you have to have that moment in your head where you're like, okay, this isn't fun. This isn't fun. Shouldn't.
So I moved everything to figures.
Shouldn't be spending my money here. Yeah, there's a lot more fun in figures. Agreed. I totally. I'll have I'll buy stuff that I know nothing about. Even
just because it's a cool toy.
Yeah, just because it looks cool. Like I keep hearing. Let me see, where is it? Is this it? Yeah, there it is. So I keep meaning to like look it up and watch it. I just haven't had the time. But
I'm not sure what that is. I don't even know what that
it's
1,000 Toys, something gunhead guy.
Yeah, it's Juzo from No Guns Life. I keep hearing it's really good.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but I saw the figure because of Rocket Fist Figs, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get that. So yeah, and I do that too much. Like there's too much of that happening where I'm like, hey, that looks cool. I should probably buy that thing.
Yep, I know that story.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. That's really cool. And then
so there's some breaking toy news, guys. NYC Figure Fanatic posted about it in chat, but NECA posted a stop motion of gargoyles that, they've only shown the one figure so far, and the stop motion has Demona in the stop motion.
Oh,
so, that's awesome.
Yeah, she looks great too. There's pictures on the Instagrams.
Yeah,
I'll be looking at that.
Yeah, I was trolling in the Discord the other day. I was like, this is another late drop for what's up with the late night gargoyles? Because Goliath was late at night too.
Yeah,
like a Thursday night too. I think it was right after you guys went off. I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's they're doing weird late night drops for gargoyles. It's kind of appropriate. I dig it.
Yeah, it is. I dig it.
Definitely a theme going on there for
Goliath
sure.
Looks.
Yeah. Goliath looks great. It does not look accurate to the cartoon, but I'm cool with it. And he's got
me too.
Really, really weird leg musculature that's not like human anatomy.
Leave
but I'm like,
alone.
He's a gargoyle, so I'm a-okay with it.
He looks great. And honestly, the fact that it's NECA doing it, I think NECA might be my favorite toy company right now. Like and it's only because honestly, like I always say, like I love the option to depose my figures how I want. And an extra set of hands is great, but it's better? 3 extra sets of hands and like 2 heads and like 70 accessories and a baby version of them mutated or unmutated. And it's just like I feel like I get so much value with NECA.
That's what I was just about to say. Like it's hard to compete with the value of what you get out of NECA. Obviously they have their issues, it's a hard time getting their stuff a good chunk of the time, but they are trying to improve that across the board. And then, there has been in the past a lot of QC stuff. I personally haven't had that many issues more lately. And everyone will joke about having to give them a hot water bath and stuff, but it's like, I've had Hasbro figures where I've had to do that, it's It's not like anyone's immune to that disease. So, and I've had NECA figures where I've opened them out of package and I didn't
And
need
they're fine.
hot water bath. So I find it hard to give them too hard of a time about that, because it's like,
same here.
They're not the only ones. And for $25 to $30 a figure, basically, you're getting multiple heads, multiple hands, tons of accessory. It's like, yeah, it's great stuff. I spend a lot of money on their product.
Yeah, same here. I really enjoyed the conversation on Tuesday's Quickie Mini about the NECA team taking the Ghostbusters license, because I honestly could not agree more. Like, you want to talk about doing a group right? Like, NECA would destroy that.
Yeah, they would
do so well. And like, again, if you do it Toon style, like I would love a set of real Ghostbusters in Toon style to put with my Ninja Turtles. Like, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And there'd be no fear of it not being done right. You're going to get your effects. You're going to get your hand. You're going to get your little thingies, all your gizmos. And like, it's just like I like my Mezco ones, but like, I don't know. They're just fine, I guess. Right? Like, it's kind of like an outdated body, I think. Like, I don't know a lot about Mezco, but like, they don't really move that nicely, I don't find. Like,
which is bonkers, because they're covered in a jumpsuit. Totally. So they should have the craziest articulated body underneath that.
Yes. Yeah. So, but I like the detail on them. Like, they're super detailed, and all the weapons are like really well done. So, but yeah, I would love to see NECA take a crack at Ghostbusters, both movie and cartoon. I would be so happy if they did that.
I would definitely buy more Ghostbusters.
I also would.
Somewhat reluctantly, but I would do it.
Same here. I might be unhappy about it, but I'd still do it.
All right. Let's see if this... all right, yeah. I'm trying to play it right now for the Goliath. It looks awesome. And then they teased that Demona, which looks killer as well, so...
She was my hope for number 2, so...
I was, like I said, I was trolling the Discord, and I was like, hey, you know they're going to do Thalog next, right?
Like gargoyles humor.
They just repaint him, because it's his clone.
Yes, I'm familiar with your gargoyles jokes.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to make sure.
I hope they do Stone Deco for them.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they do Stone Deco variants, because I would love that.
That would be cool. I wouldn't be too surprised to see that, to try to get a little bit more bang for their buck out of all these bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this looks cool. I'm super excited for Goliath, and then bring it on.
Can't wait.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a lot of fun for sure. I'm excited. All right, let's see what else was announced this week. We had the Mafex Harley Quinn, right?
Yep. Instant pre-order from me. I went and I ordered her immediately. I think we talked about it. I don't love the head,
but it's super accurate.
But I feel the same way about the Joker. Like, I think that the Hush Joker figure, that I don't love the head on that, but it is pretty accurate to how Jim Lee drew him. Mm-hmm. I just don't love his take.
Yeah, no, I saw quite a bit of naysayers and whatnot here or there, and it's like that's the way that he drew Harley Quinn in the book. Like, it's not
the body looks amazing. Awesome. It looks like a great posable action figure. It's just the head is not my cup of tea, but it still didn't keep me from pre-ordering it immediately.
yeah. There's it's gonna take a whole lot to get Adam to not pre-order things.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Yeah. Hey, you're right on point with that one.
Exactly.
What's going on here?
They also probably no one wants to talk about it, but they also put up Captain Marvel, which I think looks good.
Endgame, right?
Endgame.
Actually, looks great.
Yeah, I think it looks great. And like Cheney, I know you're in this camp too, where it's like we don't really do MCU imports anymore because the Hasbro versions for significantly less money are pretty on point. She's already been announced, right? She's coming in a 2-pack with
Yes.
Pepper Potts.
Rescue.
Yes.
So it's like, yeah, I don't think I pre-ordered that 2-pack yet, but like, I don't need a $90 version of her. So
Yeah,
no, like I think
that's where I'm at too.
I liked the original costume better, so I have the figure arts version of the original one, and I'm good with that. I mean, there's a lot of, I don't know, like MCU, like usually I'll go with like that. I'll go figure arts with that, and I don't really care for the legends all that much, even though they look great. They've been doing a real bang up job with them lately. So, So definitely the Captain Marvel for me was a pass for sure. But it's it is what it is.
The effects pieces look really nice, eh? I think the effects pieces look really nice on her.
Yeah.
Like they fit her nicely and they look good and doesn't look awkward. Like it looks like it works. So
no, I could definitely see that. Sorry, I'm having to kind of scroll through here. I just don't want to lag up the stream again. So
I like the one thing that I'm super excited about is the other NECA announcement, the Oroku Saki and Hamato Yoshi 2-pack. Like, man, I know we talked about it on Tuesday because it had just gone up, but my God, I could not be more excited for like alternate versions of Shredder and then Hamato. Like, it's like, I don't want them for the characters that they are. They just look like fantastic toys. Like they just like, martial arts and stuff. Like I'm into it. Like this is like ninja martial arts. Like that's my jam. Like I am an 80s baby. I'm not Dario, but I am an 80s baby.
Yeah, Dario is the only 80s baby.
Yeah, I mean, technically, if we're gonna be super technical about it, I'm actually a 70s baby.
Oh my gosh.
An 80s child, an 80s toy person. So like anything like this, like these look so good. The fact that they have the gi with the swappable arms, so you can do them shirtless or you can do them with the gi, and you can have them both like that. Like it's like these things are basically army builders, and I'm like, my God, how many of them do I actually need? Because I might need more than one of this set.
What are you gonna do with
the first thing I thought of?
Yeah, I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do with them, Cheney, but mind your own damn business.
They're calling you a boomer in the chat, Adam.
Probably. I don't know. I don't know how that math works out, but yeah, there's a chance.
No, honestly though, what are you gonna do with all of them?
You sound like my lady. Stop ruining my
like
fun.
Good ninjas. They just look like good ninjas to me, and it's nice to have options. Like you want them with the thing, you put that
Look
on.
At me trying to rain on Adam's credit card parade.
Seriously, exactly. What are you trying to do? American Express is gonna be mad at you. They're like, buy tons.
The funny thing is,
15 of them.
Yeah. The funny thing is, like, so I ordered a bunch of stuff this week. I got the Buzzmod Zenitsu or Zensu on the way. That's actually on its way. And then I pre-ordered the what was it? Those two Figma girls, the Plastic Angels. I ordered them. I ordered that Harley. I ordered another Figma for just some random reason. It was like a bunny girl. It looked cool. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna order that because
and you're giving me.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm bringing it up. Because I'm like, okay, well, what are you gonna do with that? I'm like, oh, well, what am I gonna do with a Figma bunny girl? Like, okay, it just looks cool. That's probably like that's where I'm the weakest sometimes. I'm like, oh, look at that cool accessory. Like I could use that for this. I'm like, oh, let me buy this like $80 Figma because I want a couple of accessories. Yeah. So
I know that story.
Yeah. It's just like, Or here, let me buy this 1,000 toys Juzo because hey, it looks cool. Even though I have been getting, I've been fiddling around with it here and there. So I would say I'm like, I'm getting my money's worth out of it. I haven't been able to really put it down too much yet. So
It's really hard to like turn down something when you like see it posted all over IG and you're just like, man, that looks like, that's the thing is like there's so many good content creators out there now that it's like they can make anything look amazing. Like,
yeah,
I know you guys referenced amazing earlier, and it's like I've been following him for a long time too, and it's the same, so much stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god, I need to like shut that off for a bit. Like,
yeah,
I don't need to start something else.
I watched this Death Adder review, and I'm just like,
I almost pre-ordered it like immediately. Like it looks so good.
just like, man, it looks really cool.
I almost did the same with the gunhead guy that you have. I watched his review and I was just like, do I need this gunhead guy?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Yeah. No, it's like I'm trying to. It's so hard to stay focused on like, okay, I'm going to stick with this line, this line, this line, and then maybe that line, because I'm just like, I'm like a kid in a candy store or a toy store. Just, oh, what's
so
that?
much.
Yeah,
there's so much stuff.
It's just raining toys and online all the time. Like, if I would have told my younger self, like, you think it's good now. You think you think it's good now.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, I'm all, wait till you're a grown man. Like,
it's like, and even like, yeah, like this is, toys have been getting better and better, but it's like just during the pandemic alone, I feel like now so many companies firing on all cylinders, and these pre-orders are coming fast and the furious on a weekly basis. It's like, that's why Cheney's trying to talk me into selling my old toys that are in my closet in bins that I don't appreciate anymore.
Yeah.
So you can make room for more toys to go into your
closet.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Oh man.
We got Revoltech Deadpool. That's one that like
awesome.
I pre-ordered him too. I did not buy the even though I love Deadpool, I did not buy the last one because it looked like a Revoltech mess of a figure to me. This new one looks like, yes, I'm still going to have the same complaints that I do about all of their releases, but I will buy it anyway. And I pre-ordered it.
I think you're like in it now though. Like you're going to be like, I have a couple issues with this, but I really enjoy it now.
For certain licenses, like for certain, like it's like I think we were saying this in the Discord where it's like, yeah, this is Deadpool take 2, and it's like if they do a Spider-Man take 2 and a Wolverine take 2, they got 2 more Marvel sales out of me, because it's like those are my characters. Like if they do better versions, because like I passed on the previous ones because I did not like
Gappy.
They were stylized, gappy, like wide-legged, like, like
not great.
All of the complaints that I have all jammed into one figure, and I was just like, nope, don't need it. And now take 2, and it's like, this looks a lot better, and it has, and it has a lot of the things that I do like about the previous one, a ton of accessories and like fun stuff. So it's like, they got me.
Yep.
They're the only 3 that I kept. I used to collect the Amazing Yamaguchi line, like when it first came out. I started with Spidey, and then I kind of went all in. The only one I skipped was Venom, but then I sold them all off.
Good choice.
He was just too. I just saw how big he was, and I'm like, that thing's not standing. Like, it's just not happening. So but I ended up selling all except I kept Spidey because I have a Spider-Man display, and then I kept Wolverine and I kept Deadpool because I have a Wolverine and Deadpool display. So they all went into their appropriate homes, and like, for a stylized thing, like I do. The thing is like, again, I got rid of them because I started like dreading, like I would get a new one and I'm like, I want to post pictures, and I'd start dreading playing with them because I'm like, man, these things are a chore to pose. Like they're just not fun to pose at all. But the problem is like when they hit that pose, it's perfect.
Looks
like,
great.
Yeah, like it's you can't replicate it.
Yeah, no, I love the challenge. I welcome it. That's why I love them. Like I'm just
Well, that's like, but they start like you started changing my mind with them because like I bought like their original releases like back in the early 2000s or something when they first started making stuff. Like it was like they did Trigun and like there were licenses that they were doing where I was like, oh, that's licenses I love, and it's like crazy articulated figures. But then when I got them in hand and they fall apart as you're playing with them, stuff like it's like they were just frustrating to mess with. And then I think the figure that really, as far as I'm concerned, that started to turn it around for them is that weird costume Harley Quinn that you brought in, Cheney, when you came for a tour of Gentle Giant. He brought the Harley Quinn because he knew how much I hate Revoltech, and he was like, "Check this one out," and it plays a lot better than their previous stuff. And it's like, since that release, most of them have been that way. You know, like, don't get me wrong, Bakugo frustrates the heck out of me, but it looks fantastic. So it's like there's like elements of awesomeness mixed with frustration.
The only one that I like really feel you with is the Iron Man one, trying to put all the little things in there.
So annoying.
Because you're like, okay, I got my pose. This is good. Let me put all these things in, and then like you move it, and then it moves, and you're constantly trying to adjust things to get it, and it's just like this is more like a articulated Lego kit or something. Like, that was the only one, that I was frustrated with. For some reason, like Carnage kind of worked because it was like, okay, cool, like, these things stay in, it's not too bad. But yeah, no, the Iron Man bugged me for some reason. The figure just as it is, like without plugging in the accessories and whatnot, killer. Killer.
Yeah, it's so nice, and this paint job is like so beautiful. Like, it's so pretty.
Yeah, it's absolutely stellar. Yeah. You know, I think they did a really good job with the Psylocke, but it just wasn't quite there yet. I think when the hair
was a challenge.
Yeah,
always fell apart on me.
Well, for some, it was like the bangs just fall right off. You know.
Yeah. Gambit too. I had a lot of issues with Gambit too. He fell apart in every pose I put him in.
Really?
Legs fall off, arms fall off, waist came apart, and just like, okay.
Yeah, mine's pretty sturdy actually. But it wasn't like, it seemed like, you know, like Adam was saying, they hit that stride with that Harley Quinn. Like it was just like, okay, cool. Like let's try and stick to this. And you know what did fall apart has fallen apart on me is the cable though. I did get the cable, and the cable was like, I
was out by cable, but I almost got it because I thought it looked so good.
Oh,
I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, once you get it posed up and the way you want it, it's like, okay, it looks good. This is nice. I like this. All Might, I haven't had too many problems with All Might. I love All Might.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about All Might. I don't follow the property, but yeah, like I saw some reviews for it and stuff like that. And
if you
really
dig X-Men, you
I was just gonna say,
likely dig My Hero.
Yeah, if you like X-Men,
that's good to know.
If you like X-Men and you like Marvel, like you'll love My Hero. Like
just
very inspired.
Is it in English or is it all like
you can watch
it? Cheney's gonna say things.
I've heard this debate.
Dub is fine. Okay. I watch dub and I love it.
So yeah, you have the option to watch it either way. That's what I was gonna say. I wasn't gonna load it.
I'll try both ways and see what works for me.
I mean, Cheney is literally the soup Nazi from Seinfeld when it comes to like dubs versus subtitles. He's like, no anime for you. Only subtitles.
Enjoy it as it's intended.
No, I'm just saying that that's the original way it's supposed to be presented. That's all. And probably 99.99% of the time, it is better. But, you know, I've explained this before on the show that I think that way because I've been watching it that way since 98, 99.
It's learned to read.
Yeah. That's exactly it. I know how to read, so it's pretty crazy.
Well, that puts you at an unfair advantage with us, all right?
Yeah, I mean it's crazy.
Have you ever seen me try to read the Chatmigos name?
Yeah, multiple times.
Doesn't work out so well.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's good.
Indeed. So yeah, dubbed is fine.
Yeah,
Watch
if
it. I'll
you
check
want.
out both ways. I'll see
Yeah.
what works, and then we'll
Yeah.
go from there.
All Might is superior in the subbed version. I don't care what anyone says. He's way better. The guy who voices him in the English version isn't even trying. I can say a lot of horrible things, but yeah, it's like he's like reading from a like it's really bad.
That's crazy because I love All Might and I watch the dubbed version and I find him very inspiring and all. When we talked to Dallas James, I was like, he's Superman done right, and it's all based on the dubbed version.
No. That comes from the character as it's portrayed. Like you're feeling, because the writing is so good, it's coming through. The horrible dub is what it is.
Yeah.
So anyway, check out My Hero because it's
Okay,
great.
I will.
And
I will.
yeah. The Wrestling Hound, he started watching it this week. He loves it. Papa Schmitty started watching it this week as well. He's enjoying it as well. So yeah, if
you gotta give it at least, I would say, like it's like any anime in general, I'm always like, it's like a 5 to 7 episode rule.
Commitment.
Yeah, like it's like you gotta give it, because like all of it is obviously, like it's going to be intros and leading up to things. So you're not going to get a true sense of the story until you're at least a handful of episodes in. Like, that's why I keep telling my lady, we did it. Like Demon Slayer was another one where it was like, we kind of started more recently, and it was like, I think episode 4 or so when that started clicking with me. But before that, I was just like, I'm not sure. And then like, boom, all of a sudden I was like, no, I love this. I'm currently watching Jujutsu Kaisen, but like, and I think I'm like 10 episodes in and I'm still utterly confused. I'm like, I don't like, it's all like cursed energy, cursed objects, cursed level this. And I'm just like, it's like a math problem. I have no idea what's going on. So my favorite part of that cartoon is the end credits where they're all just dancing. They're like Zemo dancing.
I still haven't even watched the whole episode yet. I've been reading the manga, but I need to watch an episode.
I mean, like, I like it. I generally do like it. It's utterly confusing.
Yeah. Oh man, I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something.
Sorry, I know I was talking too much again. It's what I do.
What's your motto, Adam? Your new motto?
Didn't I do that? Hi guys, I'm playing with Urkel. That does not sound great.
That doesn't sound great.
Yeah.
No, don't ever say that again.
Playing with my Urkel.
Oh god. Oh man.
There one other, but like, because we're starting to run low on time here.
Yeah.
The one other thing that I wanted to bring up that happened this week was the McFarlane Spawn figures going up for pre-order.
Yes.
I know, like, I'm a glutton for punishment here, and I know that I've explained that it's like, that's not my Violator. My Violator is an anorexic like model that binges and purges and is skinnier. But I did pre-order all of these from Target using the $25 off coupon, so at least I got a little bit of a deal on it. But and I know I'm going to be disappointed that none of them have thigh swivels. But I, as a 90s comic book fan, and like, I loved Spawn. I read Spawn religiously. I know that at my parents' house, I know there's a long box of Spawn comics that has at least issue 1 to 100 in that long box, including issue number 1 signed by Todd McFarlane, because my mom drove me we took the train into New York City. He was signing at FAO Schwartz for the launch of his toy line, and I brought my Spawn issue number 1, and I got a Spawn action figure signed by him,
Sweet.
I think I actually told
Can you-
this on like an Unparalleled Universe stream. So it's like I got Todd to sign my comic and the original Spawn action figure, and like a moron.
Yeah, then you paid to get him to sign the Kickstarter
the
one.
Kickstarter, yeah. But like the original Spawn action figure that I had signed by Todd McFarlane, I opened like a year or so after I got it signed to use it for a custom.
No.
I'm a moron. Like I am total moron.
You were a kid. You would. How would
I
you
was a
know?
kid. I was a
Yeah.
stupid kid.
It's all right.
We all do stuff like that.
Yeah,
It
I forgive
happens.
you. I remember what I was going to say now. For all you guys in the chat that you know, and Adam included, that are like, Cheney dud blah blah blah. My daughter watches has been watching Sailor Moon, so I've been having to sit through Sailor Moon dubbed. So I don't know if that increases my hatred for dub.
Yeah. I watched the original Sailor Moon religiously because it was on in the morning.
Right. Yeah.
I was waking
Same
up
here.
for high school and like I loved it. But it was only dubbed, so I only know it as dubbed.
Yeah.
Same
yeah.
here.
It yeah, so that you know, I think all of that stuff is on Hulu except Jujutsu Kaisen, right? Jujutsu Kaisen isn't on Hulu.
I'm watching that on
HBO Max, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to watch it, but they only offered dub, so I was like, okay, I guess I won't be watching this here. I might have to sail the high seas to get what I want.
Snooty Professor Snooty.
Yep, that's me. So yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, we gotta wind it down. We've got quite a bit of cool stuff coming up. You know, we've got some cool announcements. We're not quite ready to talk about yet, but
Planning stages.
yeah, we've got a lot of stuff in the works that I think you guys will like. One of those things, you know, possibly be involved in. You know, that I mean, we could kind of talk about that one, right, Adam? Like, you know,
I mean, we've talked about it before, but yeah, we're starting to nail down a date, right?
Yeah, we're trying to nail down the Frankensons meetup thing. So we'll get that all figured out, and we can finally all hang out in person and look at toys.
Very excited. I know, like I unfortunately had tickets to the California Science Center Lego exhibit because Wade, Unparalleled Universe, and Rick, Art with Toys, did a live stream from Frankensons. So hopefully we're planning when we're gonna go down. I'm hoping that those guys are able to join too, but I would love to have us figure out doing at least a short stream while we're there or something for anyone that can't come join. But yeah, man, like we're hoping to put the date out there early enough so that way, even if you are, you know, if it's a little bit of a drive or you're out of town and you want to make a plan to come to hang out at Frankensons, then it's an option.
Yeah. So,
You know, if you want to come all the way from Canada
yeah.
Yeah.
and you go to the city of industry, it's like not even like LA. Like it's like, no, you can go to the awesome city of industry.
Yeah.
And it's like you'll find all sorts of random strip malls there. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, even going back to what I was saying earlier about that whole community thing, it's like that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, you know, it's crazy to think that we all talk about toys and then we all get to hang out in person and get to know each other on like a different level too. But like it's that love of toys that brings everyone together. Like it's so awesome. Like it's such a cool thing to be a part of, and it's even cooler to see it like spreading out a bit. Like I like a Toy Farce. I use Toy Farce as a great example, right? Because it's it's toys, but it's like it pokes jokes at everything about what we hate about the hobby, and like it's funny that I like follow a toy comedy page.
Yeah, a
like,
toy
it's like,
satire
I would have
page.
never thought that those really go together. And it's like, honestly, every morning when I wake up, it's like one of the first things I do is check Instagram, and I always see his stories at the
He's
beginning
in
just
such-
because he's different time zone, right? So when I wake
Yeah.
up, I'm like, oh, there it is. And like, oh man, I wake up
Toy
every
Farce
morning
is
laughing.
great. Toy Farce fills to me that giant hole left behind by like Toy Fair magazine
Yes.
and
Absolutely.
Twisted Toy Fair Theater. Like it's
Yep.
like
Yep.
I love it. He's doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, he's
we
got-
had him on
Sunny-
as a guest. He's
Yes,
an
I know.
awesome
That's where I discovered him.
Oh,
Same
nice.
with Sunny too. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Oh,
both-
yeah.
both
Sunny
those
is
guys
great. Yeah.
make me
Oh,
laugh so
man.
hard.
Oh, man. Yeah, I
Such a
don't think
funny
I've ever
episode.
laughed so much on an episode before. That was
That one was a good
cow.
one for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Toy Farce, he's like in his streak, man. Like he's got this pace going and oh my goodness, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
And
It's so funny.
he's one of the nicest guys that I think we've ever
Totally.
had on the show, man. Like
Yep.
he's so cool. So shout out to Toy Farce. Go follow him.
I
He's
agree.
awesome.
Yeah, and then we have some more cool guests lined up.
Mhm.
Cheney, I got confirmation during the show that next week we're gonna have 2 guests on.
Oh my
So,
goodness. All right.
Yeah, that'll be a whole thing.
Sweet.
We'll talk about that on Tuesday's Quickie Mini though.
Yeah.
We'll keep it secret for now, but yeah, it's gonna be me and Cheney against 2 other gentlemen.
Like, what, we're gonna fight? We come be
Yeah,
a guest
just
on the show, and then
Stick around for that.
come on, put him up, put him up, put him up.
I like you with the backwards hand thing. It's like, here's the back of my hand, here's the back of my fist. Like, you're gonna break your wrists fighting like that.
That's what she said.
Okay.
It could work. It could work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could
I'll go
definitely
with it.
work. All right, so where can we keep up with all things Customs by Matchu?
Okay, so obviously Instagram's the best. I'm most active on Instagram, so at Customs by Matchu, all one word. I also have a webpage, customsbymatchu.com. I keep it somewhat updated, I guess.
Okay.
And I also do a podcast. I don't even know if I really call it a podcast. I guess I do like a live stream with my buddy, one of my best friends from back home, every Friday night. It's Moose Milk Media. That's what we do it. And we basically talk MCU. So we've been doing like, we talk about the latest episode of the Disney Plus shows or whatever. And the weeks that we don't have anything, we sprinkle in like music and concerts and other movies and stuff like that. So we do it every Friday at 10 p.m. Pacific time. And it's fun. It's just a great way for me to be able to chat with my best friend since we're in different time zones and he works midnights. And so we do that every Friday and it's fun. It's just us being stupid and don't come like expecting like to like learn a million things. We're just being goofs basically. It's just
having
us
fun.
being goofs.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah.
It is.
I'll have to
It's good.
definitely try and check that out. So you got tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow night, yeah. So we'll
Okay.
do 10 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow night. We do it on his Instagram. We do it on Instagram Live, and it's Moose Milk Media, all one word.
Okay.
And we're trying to get the follows up. So anybody who wants to help out and throw a little follow or something or subscribe, that would be amazing. And
Nice.
it's been
Alright.
super fun. And it's fun because we've known each other for so long, so the dynamics really it works, right?
Yeah, that's always the best. I know me and some of my buddies that I grew up with, they always like kick around the idea of like, doing a podcast. We should all do a podcast. I'm like, okay, well, if you guys want to do that, like, you're gonna need. I'm not gonna run it all. They're like, but you already know how to do all that stuff. I said, I'll tell you how to do it. Yeah, I'm like, I'll tell you how to do it, but I'm not going to. I don't have the time. Like, I just not have the time to.
Social media takes a lot of time if you want to do it right.
Yeah, and I told them, I said, one of you guys is going to have to set it all up and do whatever, but I'll walk you through the first initial thing, but you're on your own after that, and no one wants to. No one wants to.
You'll give
forward.
the time, right? That's what I do with my buddy. Is like I say, look, I'll happily be with you every week if that means we get to chat. That's sweet, but like I don't want to do anything. Like I already do enough with my stuff, and I don't want like it's already more than I can deal
I'm
with. So.
exactly right there, right where you're at. Like I'm just like, dude, I've got all of this going on. I can't.
It's a commitment.
I can't dedicate like legitimate, like like you guys need to be able to hop on without me if need be. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah. But man, thank you so much for coming and hanging out and sending us
Yeah, thanks,
goodies.
guys.
And
Yeah, man.
man, this has been a lot of fun. I apologize for the stream lagging. I gotta get my buddy over here to come look at my laptop because
Anyone that's watching this tomorrow, re-upload it, doesn't know what you're talking about. It was perfect.
True.
Yeah.
So we're all good.
Well, the other part too is like, anybody that's watching this tomorrow, you're tech savvy, feel free to hit me up. Apparently,
they do that in the chat.
Jake Peterson, if you know about this, in addition to air conditioners.
I know everything about air conditioners and laptops.
Yeah. Turns out Jake Peterson knows everything.
Hey, I just want to give you guys a quick shout out because I know I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but like I started listening to you guys kind of like at the beginning of the pandemic, and then I got into the quickie minis, and it was just like exactly what you guys would say. It's like the escape, right? And it was just it was really appreciated. I know a lot of people have said it, but just to reiterate that, like what you guys are doing, it's awesome, man. And like I actually look forward to getting to listen. So kudos to you guys, and thank you very much for having me. It's been sweet.
Awesome,
thanks, man.
Thank you. Also, if you guys want to talk toys for hours upon hours, join the Discord on Monday nights and Wednesday nights. These guys get together and have toy talk, and I mean, it goes well beyond toy talk too. Like it's just everybody hanging out and having a good time. So I try to jump in there as much as I can. I don't really have the time to stay the whole time from 5 to 2 a.m. But dude, like there's a big,
I'm now referring to like the Discord Toy Talk channel as like, hey, if you want to get a divorce from your significant other, there you go.
Okay.
Funny. That's why I haven't ventured over there.
Yeah, funny story. All right. Funny story. So I was on there yesterday for just a little bit, right? I thought my wife was doing something. She's like, "Are you just going to do that all the time?" I'm like, "What? No. All right." Turned it off. I was just like, all right, you got me. All right.
You love your toy friends more than me. I've heard that. I've got that directed at me.
I've also heard that, yes.
Yep.
Like, you ever get off your phone? I'm like, they're releasing. It's a new wave coming out. That's just like,
yeah, I've been there too, where it's just like, I'm like, but
like, how many Ninja Turtles do you really need? I'm like, no.
All of them. I need them all. Yeah. No, I've
these
answered
ones
that.
have coats and silly masks.
Yeah. No, I've answered that question before. It's like, how much of this do you need? All of it. As much of it as I get my hands on.
Take what I can get. Bring it on.
Yeah. The Butter Baron himself said Chamba's in the Discord already.
Of course he is. He's got one of his many clones.
No, he's
multiple.
Holding his rank.
He's always in the. Yeah, oh yes, he's definitely holding his rank. Yeah, no, he became the #1 hero super fast, and there's nobody that's ever going to catch up to him because he's always in the Discord 24/7, and he's always willing to talk and just be the amazing person that he is in the Discord.
Amazing.
So, yeah, I wanted to thank all the moderators, Papa Schmitty, Berserk, Urban Spidey, Mervine. We also have the Facebook group. I'm trying to post a little bit over there, a little bit more, because I've been spending a lot more time in Discord. So I'm trying to.
I'm so guilty of ignoring Facebook.
Yeah. It's kind of nice to just walk away from it completely. Like I don't even
know.
The only reason
Instagram and Discord. I'm like Twitter still confuses me.
Yeah,
I use it a little bit, but like Facebook, the only, like I quit Facebook for a while and then I rejoined Facebook, and it's like the only thing that Facebook is good for is birthday reminders.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only
I'm not a horrible human being.
Exactly. Now I know people's birthdays again. That's all I like it for.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Well, yeah, you can catch us in the Discord, Facebook group, Instagram. We're probably going to move from Weebly because I can't get that thing functioning correctly. So that's going to change here pretty soon. But you can check us out here on YouTube. We're also on Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud. Thank you everybody so much for coming to hang out. Thank you so much, Customs by Matchu, once again.
You're welcome.
I
thank
am
you.
Cheney 180.
I'm playing with myself.
And I'm Customs By Matchu.
And remember, guys, they're not dolls.
Except vapor. Plus Ultra!
We love you, Bernie.